We are paying tribute to a life well lived. Hydeia Broadbent, the local HIV and AIDS activist who made headlines as a child when she was diagnosed with the disease. It was back in the 90s. Well, she passed away last week at just 39 years old. Our Andrew Nomura caught up with the former Clark County disease investigator during that time. He joins us live from downtown Las Vegas. And how far we have come, Andrew. I'll never forget. I was on the campus of University of Florida in my dorm room when Magic Johnson went on live television and told the world he had AIDS. Well, Magic ended up being a real ally with Hydeia, this local woman who was really breaking down barriers back in the day.
Yeah, that story with that announcement with Magic Johnson and then following that up with Hydeia was just really sent shockwaves through the entire soul of America, really, about this AIDS and HIV pandemic, I should say. During those times, we caught up with a communicable disease investigator during that time who says that Hydeia Broadbent was a force even at a young age.
I want people to know that we're just normal people.
You don't have to cry because we are normal people.
Well, that was Hydeia right there when she was just 7 years old with NBA legend Magic Johnson on Nickelodeon's AIDS special in the early 90s. The special sent shockwaves once again through America during that time. Also working at that time was Ruby Lucas. She was a Clark County communicable disease investigator and won awards for her work with the anti-syphilis program back in the 80s and 90s here in Las Vegas. One of the few African Americans with that title, in fact. She says Broadbent was one of a kind even at a young age.
I've never seen anyone as strong as she was at her age. You know, we'd have meetings and she would sit and she would talk to us just like she was 20 years old. She really, just let us know how she feels.
Yeah, you can tell that Broadbent was so mature back during that young age of 7 years old. Once again, she was the first baby here in Las Vegas to have HIV, and to say some statistics right now, according to AIDSVU.org, around 11,000 people here in Las Vegas are living with HIV, and according to the Southern Nevada Health District, around 488 people were just diagnosed with the disease in December. For now, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
And you know what? In case I misspoke, I don't know if I did, but I might have. Magic Johnson is still living with HIV. I may have said AIDS, but I meant to say HIV, and is doing great some 30 years later. So it shows that even if you get this HIV diagnosis, it's not a death sentence like it was back in the 80s. Thank you, Andrew. I'm glad that you were able to put a spotlight on truly a life well lived, and so glad she was a Las Vegan that we are able to pay tribute to. Thank you.